What's up, Warriors? You know what day it is. It's time for your next installment of Warrior Wednesday with your host, that Wounded Warrior guy. That's me. And man, I'm excited. We got another special video set up for you guys. But before we get into that, I just want to remind everyone if you wouldn't mind throwing me a like, subscribing to the channel if you're enjoying this content, I would really appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into the video. So I had someone reach out to me a few days ago, not going to say any names, but the individual is somebody that I served with and just a great person, reached out to me and wanted me to do a video on patience and being able to recognize what impatience looks like, and asked me to do a video on the steps that somebody could take in order to become a more patient individual. So, guys, went on the internet. I looked at some articles. Can't remember what the name of the actual article was that I pulled the information from, but did some research and through a little bit of my personal experiences with impatient behavior in here. And yeah, so we're going to get into it. Today's topic is going to be dedicated to patience. And the first thing that we're going to do, of course, is we are going to define patience. What is patience? Patience is the ability to endure difficult circumstances. Patience may involve perseverance in the face of delay, tolerance, or provocation without responding in disrespect, or forbearance when under strain, especially when faced with long term difficulties. So, patience is being able to go through different stages of adversity and being able to stay calm and collected through those difficult moments. Now, on the opposite side of that, what are typical signs of impatient behavior? How do we go about recognizing when we are becoming impatient in order to combat those negative emotions? Signs of impatient behavior. Impatience has a range of symptoms. Physical signs can include shallow, fast breathing, muscle tension, hand clenching, or you may find yourself restlessly jiggling your leg. I know that I am definitely one of those individuals, can't sit still. That's why it's probably difficult to watch some of these videos of me jumping all over the place. But, yeah, maybe that's one of my signs of impatient behavior, just wanting to get this information out there, can't hold myself. Maybe I'm too excited, who knows. Now, with building up our ability to be more patient, what are the benefits to this? What can we hope to gain from becoming a more patient individual? The benefits of patience are perceived as a more relaxed, friendly person to outside individuals. Typically, you are better able to focus on your personal goals. You can make more rational decisions when you are more calm and collected. You are less prone to angry outbursts, and you have a higher ability to learn new things. Last but not least, guys, having a higher level of patience and tolerance creates for stronger mental health. That is due to less overall stress. Super important and relevant, especially for this channel, since it tends to go towards informing soldiers, veterans, wounded warriors, other first responders. Um, yeah, so mental health, guys, it's a high priority on my list. So, any way that we can go about strengthening our mental health, yeah, we're going to do that. So, obviously, extremely important. So, those are the basic definitions as well as the potential benefits from becoming more patient. From the articles I read, I pulled three common things from all the articles. There was tons of tips, tons of strategies and steps to becoming more patient. You guys can check them out there. I couldn't put all of it on one video. So I pulled what I thought was the three most important ones. Step number one to becoming a more patient individual is practicing being patient. What does that mean? That means that you should force yourself to sit down and do something that would typically frustrate you. Challenge yourself to sit down and read a long novel, complete a complex puzzle, or try to go a whole day without using any electronic devices. So, whatever it may be, challenge yourself to do something that would typically frustrate you, that would typically cause you to lose your patience, lose your coolness, you lose your calm. Go out there and work through those things, work through those stressful events, and see if you can make it all the way through something like that. Challenge yourself to do it. Doing those things will teach you to be a more patient individual by practicing on frustrating exercises. Step number one, guys. Step number two, know your triggers. Know what triggers your impatience. Very important. Most of us have common triggers that often come from reoccurring events. If you can pinpoint the events that tend to cause stress and test your patience, then you can anticipate when the triggers will occur and plan to implement strategies that will reduce their effect on your behavior. Right? So we all have common triggers, like natural things, things that we know that are just going to upset us, test our patience, make us lose that calm. For me, I absolutely can't stand it when individuals play loud music late at night. I cannot stand it. It tests my patience, it tests my resolve. I lose my shit, guys. Another thing, people with compact cars parking in non-compact spaces out here at the apartment complex where me and my wife live. We have individuals in these small little cars taking up the non-compact spots, which forces us in our SUVs to drive out somewhere off the beaten path on the farthest portion of the parking lot. We have to park in those compact spots because the regular spots aren't open. Yeah, that let me tell you, that frustrates me for sure. But yeah, step number two, guys, it's real important to know and recognize your common triggers so that you can anticipate when they're going to occur and you can come up with a strategy to deal with those negative emotions before they happen. So you'll be better prepared for it. Step number two. Step number three, be willing to try mindfulness and meditation techniques. These techniques are very, very important. They're very, very effective. They are extremely useful tools for dealing with negative emotions and can be especially effective for people experiencing a higher than usual volume of impatient behavior. And so, for me, the one that I've used since my injury, since I separated from the military, since I, retired, I use mindfulness very, very often. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a type of meditation in which you focus on being intensely aware of what you're sensing and feeling in the moment without interpretation of judgment. Practicing mindfulness involves breathing methods, guided imagery, and other practices to relax the body and mind and help reduce stress. Very, very important. Being able to get into that state of meditation, being able to focus on the moment, focus on the body, take those deep breaths, count to 10, center yourself, bring yourself back, reduce that stress level, focus on what's important, and move forward. Very, very helpful strategy in order to reduce stress, in order to lower those impatient negative emotions. And in order to better your ability of dealing with the current circumstances, whatever triggered those negative emotions, these techniques will help you, they will benefit you. And I didn't put it in here, but the last thing I want to remind you guys, and I said it at the beginning, is practice. With something like this, practice makes perfect. You're not going to become the most patient individual walking the planet in a matter of hours. It's going to take time. Do not get frustrated. Stick with the plan, stick with the techniques, do what works. I also added in here Smiling Mind. It is a mindfulness app. You can put it on your phone. It offers techniques, mindfulness techniques, and it also allows you to track your mood on your phone so you can see that progress while you're practicing those techniques. Well, guys, I hope that this video was beneficial. I hope it was helpful. Go down there in the comments. Let me know what you thought of this video. And leave me a suggestion on what you would like me to discuss or talk about next Wednesday. I love doing this research. I learn things just like you guys whenever y'all have me go out there and study these different topics. So I enjoy it. Go down there in the comments. Let me know what you want me to talk about next Wednesday, and I will do the due diligence. I will go out there. I will get the information. We will talk about it. We will discuss it. We will see where it goes. All right, guys. Before I get off of here, I just want to remind everyone that even if you don't realize it, even if you don't believe it, there is a warrior in every single one of you, and I see it. Take care.